Hey guys, I'm here with all things all things in TG here, one of us, with a deck tech for you guys. Naya slivers. I'm retarded. um, Sorry, my bad. Um, my bad also. First video in a while. First deck tech in a while. And it's gonna be fun. Next one's gonna be Theros. Next ones are. We'll attempt to do at least one or two or three more M14 deck techs. We'll do some tournaments. We'll do a gatecrash. It's a I believe we're doing a booster draft, a draft for Gatecrash or Dragon's Maze, one of the two, sometime in June. And I think we've been debating on starting up a podcast also. Of course, the draft would be on the podcast. Okay, let's get this started. First off, we've got one of the main 2-drops in the deck. It is honestly one of the best ones in the deck. Predatory Sliver. Sliver creatures you control get +1/+1. 1 green, 1 non. It's sorted in how many of each card I have on this. And it's pretty good when you got several creatures out. Or to have all 4 of them out at once is good, along with any of your other creatures. This next one is really good once you get the mana for it. 4 Battle Slivers, which gives sliver creatures you control +2/+0. 5 mana, 4 colorless, 1 red. Next one, Striking Sliver. 1 red, it's a 1/1. Sliver creatures you control get first strike. It's good if you have several creatures out that are humongous and humongous and amazing. I have to say. Next, 2 cards is Blur Sliver. 3 mana, 2/2. Sliver creatures you control get haste. 2 colorless, 1 red. The next one, Sentinel Sliver. It's white, 2/2. 2 mana. Sliver creatures you control have vigilance. It's really good if your enemy team has no blockers. If your enemy team has lots of attackers. This next one is good. I kind of gave it away. This next one's good if you have for blockers. It's a 3 mana 2/2. Sliver creatures you get control get +0/+1. I mean, it's not a good bonus altogether, but like on its own immediately, it's I feel it's pretty good, like altogether added up with the other pump up slivers. Then it can be pretty good. Yeah. A white and 2 colors. The next one, we have 2 Thorncasters. 5 mana, 2/2. Sliver creatures you control can ping off other creatures when they attack. And that's all sliver creatures. It's really good if you have a ton of creatures, for example, and let's play against an Azorius deck. I've played. He has some Judge's Familiars. It's a 1/1, and you want to attack. You can ping them off before they can block for the damage to go through. That's one of the good reasons this card is in there. Next one, which is really good for when the battle's going your way early on, Ground Shaker Sliver. It's a green, 7 mana, 5/5. Sliver creatures you control get trample. Need I say more? Next one is really good. Gigantic Sliver. It's a green 6 mana 3/3. Sliver creatures you control get 3/3. Again, it's really good if you have a ton of slivers on the board. This next one is one of the few non-creature spells this deck has. Door of Destinies. You know, it's good because when it comes into play, slivers, you can call slivers for this deck. And if you keep casting your slivers, they get bigger for each time. This next one's also really good on it too, also. Savage Summoning. You know, it's really good because, let's say, you had enough mana to do a Savage Summoning and a Gigantic or a Bone Scythe Sliver. When it comes into play, it can't be countered, and the spell can't be countered, and it has Flash. So you can have a blocker, plus inches with an additional 1/1 counter on it, which is amazing, coupled with Door of Destinies, Sliver-induced orgasm. Well, I don't know. But, I know I laugh funny. Don't judge. Don't judge, people! Okay, back to business. And, you know, it's really good for blockers. And just pumping up your attackers on left. Now, this is one of the other non-creature spells. Pacifism. Just because I like it, and because it's good if you don't have, you know, any way to get rid of creatures that you like, enemy creatures. But, I was debating on putting a shock in here and decided not to. Mana Weft Sliver. 2 mana, 1/1. Sliver creatures you control, you can tap them to add a mana of any color to your mana pool. From putting these in here, I was debating going with Gale Rider Slivers for some evasion. Then I decided against it, because that would be a nightmare to try to draw into them. The next non-creature spell, Hive Stirrings, which would make sense. 2 mana, put 2 1/1 colorless sliver creature tokens onto the battlefield, you know. Makes sense, because your slivers get pumped up, so they're bigger. Final creature of this deck. I hinted at it earlier with the Savage Summoning. Bone Scythe Sliver. Ah, crap, I just dropped it. Okay, hold on. Technical difficulties. Okay, here it is. Savage Summoning. 4 mana, 2/2, sliver creatures you control have double strike. This card is truly a sliver-induced orgasm if you have at least one of every sliver on the battlefield. Humongous sliver-inducing orgasm right there. You know? Next card. The final card that is non-creature and the final card in the deck that's not land that we have not already won over. 2 mana for Celestial Flare. Target player sacrifices an attacking or blocking creature. Now, before I talk about the land base, which you guys can already see right there, is this deck is amazing. I've played with it several times. You know, it's really good as long as you get a good starting hand, and it is amazing if you do. It can run okay with normal hands, and of course, if you get the best hand there is, you know, blah blah blah, then that will truly be a sliver-induced orgasm. And actually, while I'm talking to you guys, it will sound kind of distant because I'm actually trying to build a deck for my next deck tech, a black-white bestow deck, which is kind of difficult. Wait, I think it was black-red actually. Oh well, who cares? I'll be making actually a white weenie deck too, with some Silverblade Paladins coming in. But yeah guys, pretty much, okay. We're going to talk about the land base right now before I forget. And if we don't do it now, I will forget it. And then the world will end. Boom! Everyone's dead. Okay, so we've got, let me check again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, I'm short a land. 6 planes. It should be 7. Got 1, 2, 3, 8 mountains, and we should have, I believe, 8 forests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, and that's pretty much the base land. I believe it's 22 or 23. That's the most amount you want to have, because I've tried playing with 24, and you actually will either be land flooded or end up somehow managing to be mana screwed. How you could do that, I do not know. Oh yeah, while I'm doing this, I've got a new playmat. It's a Grave Titan. Like a boss. You know guys, all things MTG out. Bye.